about 7 o'clock, so that's what my clock says. I just want to say thanks everybody for jumping on. It's a Monday night. I want to tell you briefly just about my weekend. I had the privilege of going to Baltimore with Rosa, actually, and I learned a couple things. I learned about the African culture specifically. Actually, I learned a lot of things about the African culture, but I learned specifically that they do not like to start parties until about 1 a.m. But Rosa and a couple of her leaders put together an event. There was an event that we went and we got a chance to speak at, and there were about 150 people there. And from that, after we spoke, we set up kind of a table and had a lot of people come and decide to join our business. And Rosa and our leaders did a fantastic job of getting people there. I really appreciated the time I had to spend talking to a bunch of people who saw what we were doing and recognized the cause that we have of trying to help people live healthier. And now that we can get together and start having events again, I've said this before, if you can put people in a room, I'll come to you. I'll fly out and visit you, and I'll do my best to get them excited about what we do and the business opportunity that is Sukavu. It was fast and furious. I give props to Rosa. I don't know how she does it. I was beat because we were up until 5 a.m. signing people up and taking orders and doing things. And then she actually jumped on a plane and went back to Texas. I got to sleep for a few hours, and I jumped on a plane and headed back to Utah. Got back Saturday, and then spent yesterday and today working on putting out some more trim. I know people have been asking me about that. I wish it was a snap of a finger and it was done. After we batch stuff, we have to send it to a lab and make sure everything's lab tested and double checked for efficacy and make sure that everything is blended and done correctly. But we should have everything caught up this week. I'm trying to get some going out tomorrow and Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. It'll come in waves. Our goal is never to run out of product. It was kind of it's a brand new product. And when we made it, we started with our first batches and got it made and thought, this is a cool product. Some people will like it. And we didn't know that it was going to take off quite as good as it did. We're excited. We know that THCV is a fantastic cannabinoid. We know that it helps people with their appetite suppression. And we just didn't know people were going to be losing 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 pounds in a couple weeks. And so as a result of that, people get very excited to feel better and have more energy and also lose weight. And so we've been extracting as much THCV as quickly as possible and manufacturing. So my day today was spent at the lab putting out more products so that we can have stuff and get it bottled and shipped out this week. We're excited about our guests. We're excited for the future. Our goal right now is to grow. We're at the grow phase, and we're going to continue to push the gas pedal as fast as hard as we can. We've got great products that are helping people. I love it when people get a chance to lose weight. I love it when their blood pressure goes down. I love it when their anxiety levels drop. I love it when their pain is decreased. And I love the opportunity to work with amazing people like you guys. So I had a great weekend. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I want you to be able to talk about our products intelligently. Saturday's call was, again, really good. We have great doctors who continue to support us and continue to educate people on what we have. And we're going to continue to put out as much content as possible so that we can get as many people educated about our products as there is. So with that, that's all I had to talk about tonight. I'm going to turn the time over to Tammy, and I'll let her introduce our guests. And they're going to talk about ways that you can actually use this technology to be able to promote on social media really quickly, easily, and efficiently. And I don't want to steal any of their thunder. So Tammy, I'll turn it back to you and you can talk about our guests.
Awesome. Thanks, Zane. So I'm sorry I'm not on video. I'm battling a sinus infection, so I don't look super awesome right now. So I apologize for that. But just know that I'm super excited to introduce Michael. He's such a great person. We've been working with him. He's been working super hard for us. And he's so great to work with. He's always on top of things and and doing extra, more than what we're asking for. So he's been just fantastic to work with. Michael works with a company called Joy. Are you the owner, Michael? Because I never know if it's between you or, yes, you are. Okay. So Michael owns the company called Joy, Joi, and I will not do it justice. So Michael, I'm going to let you explain what Joy is and your philosophy and what you're going to do for us. And our distributors were super excited about it.
Awesome. Sounds good. Thank you so much for the kind intro, Tammy and Zane. Definitely appreciate it. And likewise, it's been a great experience working with the Sukavu team. I mean, I can't brag enough about how much Deshelle and Tammy both have been just so helpful behind the scenes and getting this set up. So a lot of work has gone into getting us this far, and we're excited to offer Joy to you all and get your feedback. So what I'll do is I'll kind of explain things from a broad level first and kind of zero in a bit on your specific efforts. I'll try to anticipate any kind of questions that you may have at the end, but I'm happy to take any questions you have at the end of this, and we can kind of go back and forth. And I just want to present this in the best way so you know how to use this. We believe Joy is an indispensable tool that will allow you to sell directly on social media. Right now, it's available with Facebook. We anticipate launching this with Instagram very soon. So broadly speaking, Joy is a sales tool that allows you to sell within the social media ecosystem. So an example would be you would post a product directly to Facebook, and when someone wants to buy something, they just tap on the Shop Now button, and then the Joy bot, which is actually branded as Sukavu Checkout, it actually messages the buyer in Facebook Messenger and takes the payment inside of Facebook Messenger. The entire goal is to eliminate as much friction in the checkout process as humanly possible, so that the sale can actually be conducted as quickly as possible, because we all know that the faster that the checkout process is, the higher the probability is that the sale will actually occur. So what I'll do really quick is share a slide deck, and don't worry, it's not too long. I know slide decks can be a bit onerous to go through, but it's only a few slides, so I won't bore you too much. So let me situate things here really quick. Okay, so just to go in, again, the overview is Joy is basically an AI sales bot that greatly simplifies the online checkout process and allows you to make sales faster. The way that it works, basically, I'm gonna skip to this slide, is we take the Sukavu inventory and we form a bridge between that and Facebook, right? So we are the connective tissue between these two platforms. We've already gone through the integration phase, and now we are officially just, I guess, crossing the T's and dotting the I's. We're in the final stages of this. We anticipate rolling this out to everyone sometime this week. So we're right there in the red zone at the finish line, but this will be announced later on this week for y'all to enjoy. There are a few different problems that we're looking to solve for you when it comes to Joy. First of all, currently buyers have to click links posted to social media to load outside websites. Anytime that you have to force the buyer to load a new browser tab or a new browser window, you're just adding more time. You're just adding more time and thought to the buyer, thinking, well, do I really want to do this? Or I'm not really sure about this, and just gives them a lot of time to really reconsider the purchase, which is, we want them to be thoughtful about the purchase, right? But we also want to get the product to them as quickly as humanly possible. And again, Joy connects the inventory with the social media platform to allow for that checkout to happen quickly. Also, this just really opens up the top of the sales funnel for you guys. So you can actually monetize your Facebook audiences, whether that's your personal friend network or the people that follow your Facebook pages or groups. So say if you wanted to post from Joy to Facebook, what would occur is you would just share that post into a Facebook group, and people can purchase the product there. And I'll show you how that happens really quick. If I can get my, maybe. All of a sudden, this isn't wanting to cooperate. There we go. Okay, so this is basically how the process works. So step number one, on the buyer side, when they come across a post on Facebook, and this example would be leggings, but with you guys would be the Sukavu products, the buyer would just tap on the Shop Now button in order to purchase the product. Step two is that the Joy bot messages the buyer in Facebook Messenger, and we have a custom message for the buyers that they see in that screen. And when they want to buy the product, they just tap on checkout. And they just, at that point, a box will appear inside of Facebook Messenger, and they can fill out their information. They can fill out their payment information, their shipping information, click submit. And then step 3 is what you see at the last step, where they just click on done. And we have this fun little animation and GIF that plays that thanks them for the purchase. And what I want to really zero in on here is that everything that occurs in the sale happens just as if it was sold through the website. So you guys are still seeing all those sales attributed to your dashboard. You'll see the sales accumulate there. You'll see all the activity there. So it's all being treated as if the transaction occurred on the website, but we're just piping that in to Facebook Messenger. Another key point to notice here is that when the Sukavu bot enters into a buyer's Facebook Messenger app, that is prime real estate for you to land, because now you have opened up a sales channel with the buyer. So it's like a conversation is always happening there. So let's just say they get to step number 2 and they kind of bail on the purchase, like, I don't want, I'll do that later. That's still in their Facebook Messenger. So anytime they open up Facebook Messenger, they'll see that Sukavu checkout bot still messaged them. So it'll remind them that, hey, you were interested in this before, and potentially you want to be interested in it again. So it's really valuable real estate to take up inside of someone's Facebook Messenger. And actually what I'll do next is I'll play a really quick video. This is just a 1-minute video. It gives you just kind of a general overview. It kind of shows you some of the functions in action. And let me go ahead and play this. All right, can you all see my screen?
Yep.
All right, awesome. So I'll go ahead and play this. Hopefully the audio plays. I guess it should, right? So let me go ahead and play this really quick, and I'll talk about it afterwards.
Hello, welcome to Joy. Are you a distributor who wants to sell more products on social media? Well, Joy connects your company's inventory to social media platforms, allowing your customers to buy products faster and easier than ever before. Here's how it works. First, simply log in to your free Joy account to access your dashboard. Second, click the Publish option in the menu on the left. Third, select the product you would like to sell. Fourth, select the post location, type a message, and then click the Publish button. And that's it. If you would like to see how your posts are performing, simply visit the Details section, where you can access all sorts of helpful analytics. When your audience sees your post on social media, they can tap the Shop Now button to purchase the product. Then Joy automatically messages the buyer and receives the payment, all within Facebook Messenger. It's that easy. Joy helps you sell more products on social media by allowing your customers to make purchases faster and easier than ever before. Please visit meetjoy.com to learn more. Thank you, and have fun selling.
All right. So, oops, no, not again. So that's the general gist. That's the overview. And in order to get to this part right here, the dashboard, so what we've done is we've actually created a widget inside of the Sukavu dashboard. So just like you normally would, you would log into your dashboard where all of your sales and your overview of all your efforts are. And you're going to see a widget there displayed later on this week. It'll have a Joy logo on it. It'll show a phone with the Sukavu logo on it too. And you'll just click on that and it'll automatically enroll you into Joy. Now, Joy is free for you to use. You don't have to sign up for, you don't have to use any credit cards, nothing like that. You don't have to punch in subscription information. It's completely free for you to use. So we're not going to charge you for any of the functionality. You could also go to meetjoy.com if you wanted to and log in there. But for your convenience, we will have it placed as a widget in your dashboard just to make things really easy. And one question I'm sure you're interested in asking is, well, what about Facebook's restrictions on the products that we're selling, right? And there's been a lot of unfriendly, I guess, handling of cannabinoid products on Facebook, right? There's always been that kind of issue. Well, the thing is, Facebook has a lot of restrictions about those products when it comes to Facebook ads. So if you want to like launch an ad or boost a post that's related to CBD or cannabinoid products, no bueno, it's not going to work. They're not going to be very friendly to that. In fact, they're probably going to deny that ad or not allow it to be deployed. But the thing is, we're not going through ads, right? So this is just you posting to your personal profile or to your Facebook page a product, and people can buy the product inside of Facebook Messenger. So it's kind of a neat way to get around these sort of Facebook restrictions that we've seen so far. I don't know if any of you have any stories about being shadow banned by Facebook or had any kind of hostility from Facebook in your sales efforts, but basically treat it just like you would normally post anything, essentially, like as if you would post, a picture of one of the products on Facebook. Just treat it just like that. So when a sale is conducted, again, all that's piped through the website, lands in the back into your dashboard, and you're good to go. So we shouldn't have any kind of Facebook restrictions. In fact, this is a neat way for us to monetize Facebook and get around their restrictions. And I think that's about all I wanted to cover. I just wanted to present things in a very simple manner and also get your guys' feedback. Any questions, I'm more than happy to take those. And just keep in mind that we will be rolling it out later this week. And if you have any questions later on, even if we're not able to talk here, if you think of a question later, please go to meetjoi.com. That's meetjoi.com. Tap on or click on the connect button and just send us an email. If you have a question about something or if you want clarification, I'm more than happy to field those and help you out as much as I can. So with that, I guess we can just kind of open it up and see if you guys have any questions I can answer for you, and we'll just go from there.
Yes, we do have one question from Marty. She's just wondering how safe it is as far as hacking and that type of thing. How safe is it?
Love that question. So when it comes to hacking, we're partnered up with the software company that deployed and built all the inventory for Sukavu, right? So we're as safe as that software partner is, who is extremely safe. They have all kinds of safeguards and firewalls, you name it. So just to kind of reiterate something, I just want to make sure this is clear, that we are essentially just a highway that we're piping in the website information into Facebook Messenger, right? So we are actually not processing the payment. That's still being done just like as if it was being conducted on the website. So that's a really good question to ask. So, and that's why all these sales are being attributed just like they normally would in your dashboard. They're going to show up right there. Also, what you're going to see in the Joi dashboard are Joi related sales. So we're noting any kind of sales that happen just with Joi, right? So if you guys want to check out your engagement or your orders, or if you want to check out the details of each post to see how they're performing, you can do that. But all of this is definitely secure because we're partnered with the software company that has built everything for Sukavu. So that's a really good question.
Okay, Krista had a couple questions. Krista, go ahead and unmute and then just ask what your questions are.
Okay, so I know you touched on it with the CBD, but I've posted something. It was in a group and it was, they told me I couldn't do healthcare related products. So I don't know if you know anything about that, but they did, they blocked my post from that. It was a selling post too. Like they knew I was selling.
Sure. Yeah, that's probably a stipulation by the group, right? They probably have like group parameters that they said, like, we don't allow sales here. And so
well, no, it was an auction group.
Oh,
it was made. So
Jeez.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I screenshotted it if you wanted to look at it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I mean, okay.
Yeah. It's one of those things where I guess, yeah, it would just be like as if you're posting in any other, every group's going to have their own stipulations. So I would just try to treat it just like you normally would.
Right. The big distinction, Michael, you're making is it's not Facebook who blocked the ad, it's the group that blocked the ad, which is a huge difference. If that's what did happen, right? That's
I don't think so, because I talked to the owner of it and she said, "We'll just post the picture and then put everything in the comments." So
that would just be good info to email Michael. That would be a great thing to do, Krista, is with the shots that you have. Go to the meetjoi.com and then that, or you can send it to me and I can make sure that it gets to him. I think more than anything, Michael, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure these posts are going to be on your personal page. Yeah, they won't be going onto a group right now, right? Like that's.
Yeah, so that's a good question. So in the posting process on this screen, so step one is post to Facebook. In this drop down, you can choose to post the product to your personal profile or any pages that you're an admin of, right? So say like you have
Okay.
your own page that you set up, you can post it directly to that page. But if you also wanted to share, if you wanted to share that post into a group, you definitely can. You can just take that post, share it to a group that's hopefully friendly and not gonna delete it or block it or something. And people can see the post there. And anyone who sees that post can interact with it, shop, buy, and they can purchase the product that way. So, but yeah, you can definitely share it to a group if you like.
And then I saw on there, like, do you know the social proof? I've learned that's what it's called. I'm not sure. So if we shared something, are we able to kind of like an ad, you can reshare an ad to keep the social proof of like the likes and the comments? I don't know if that's possible.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just a basic post. Okay.
Yeah, that's great. I love that question. So yeah, so you can post the product. So you can post the product to your profile or page, and you can just keep recycling. Now you can recycle in terms of you can reshare it again if you want to. You can, but I get what you're saying about the ads, because with ads you can kind of recycle them and kind of deploy them again, right? Unfortunately, that's not how it works with posting, but you can share it to your page, share it to your profile, share it to groups or different groups if you want to. But you can't share the same post again within the Joy dashboard, if that makes sense. So it'd be a new post every time.
And then what was my last question? Oh, so it messages them through Messenger. Are we able to see that message? Like, so we can personalize it later or respond to them personally?
Man, I love your questions. You're on the ball. So because you're anticipating what we're doing, because right now, no. So right now, the language of the bot is set by Sukabu, right? Tammy and Deshelle carved out great language. And the way that works is, so the Sukabu checkout bot messages the buyer with a message. I forget, Tammy, exactly what it says, but it's a greeting. It shows the product. After the purchase has gone through, there's a friendly GIF that plays. I think of a little girl saying, "I'm so excited." There's a balloon animation. Later on, we definitely want to offer the distributors like yourself the chance to personalize that, edit it, and look at it. So that is something we anticipate doing later. So that's very forward thinking of you. So that's a great question.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
No problem. Absolutely.
And Michael, are they creating their own posts, or are they choosing from a library of posts or is it a combination of both?
So you are choosing, or so you're creating your own post. So on this step, step one, you can post to your own personal profile or a page you own. One thing I should mention too, on step two, you can use the existing stock image that we're pulling from the website. If you have that product in your house and you're like, I got a better picture, I want to show a picture of me like with the product or something, you can upload that picture here if you want to, and it'll show in the post preview on the right. And then in step three, when you write the post, that's where you personalize it. We have a little emoji button. You can use emojis if you want to. You can make the post as long or as short as you like. And then you just click publish post and you're good. So that's how it shows up on your feed.
Great. So if I don't have a lot of experience in creating content, I don't need to do that, because there's going to be a default, right, a piece of content that you're pulling from the website. So at least I could get started right away until I could find my own images as it goes on.
Yep, that's right. Yep, you can just use the stock image that Sukabu has in their backend, or you can use your own. Or yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so we've got another question. Would we be able to see their information in our back office from the sell history, and then you can respond to them later on? Yes, Michelle, everything will show up in your Sukabu back office. Michael, I'm going to share my screen really quick. I have my back office up, and it has, hopefully you guys can see. So it has this is the widget right here that it's going to look like this. There's a little see how it works, which will open up that video that we just watched. You can watch that again. Then just clicking on it opens up the app for you. You agree, go into Facebook. There's just a few other things after this that you do, but it's super simple, super easy, very user friendly. But this is where you would go to. And then once the sales have happened, you do go see them in your order history, and you'll see the customers in your visual tree. It's just as though they are a brand new retail customer. So you're still going to earn instant cash from it. They will still earn instant cash. It'll create a whole new customer for them. And if they are an existing customer that you already have, Michael, we've been working on this, right? I want to make sure. So this was one of our concerns. What if we have a brand new, or not a brand new person, but like, you know, somebody who's already bought from you before? We don't want them to create a whole new retail account, right?
Right.
So it'll connect their email with their existing retail account that they already have with you. Okay, so they can do it that way. And we're starting right now. We're just gonna start with just the samples. We're just gonna have the samples on the Joy store. Start out with this. You guys are kind of our beta testers. We're gonna be adding more things. There's stuff in the works, exciting things in the works that we've kind of talked about with Michael, and it'll be much bigger a little bit later on, but we're just gonna start with samples for right now. See how that goes, see what you guys think of it, make sure everything's working right, make sure we're getting, you know, the instant cash is awarding correctly, all that type of stuff. So yeah, but you'll be able to see all of that in your back office.
And one thing I just want to stress too, if you guys ever have any thoughts or ideas, please share. I mean, I welcome that. If you guys have like little tweaks, say, hey, it'd work better if we could do this, or I wish I could do that. Please let me know, because we're all about user feedback. We're just sponging all that up right now from all our distributors. So we look to you guys to help us improve the product, and we want to build it around your needs. So feel free to use that channel as much as you like.
Anybody have any other questions?
I think the question for Michael is, what's the game plan in terms of you're starting off with Facebook, then Facebook groups, and then what's the next social media channels that you'll be rolling this out on as well?
Yeah, so one thing that we're really pumped about is just how Instagram is set up, because Instagram also uses Facebook Messenger. So it's just, Facebook Messenger is just so perfectly positioned to capitalize on both platforms. So Instagram should be a rollout that y'all see pretty quickly in terms of the integrations, and you'll see that in your settings. We'll roll it out. We'll make an announcement, and we'll let you know how to access it and sync with your Instagram account. But we also have a lot of different plans when it comes to lives and what we can do with live meetings. So just keep an eye out for that, and we'll be excited to roll some new stuff out for you later on this year in the very near future.
Great.
Great.
Thanks, Michael.
If there are no other questions, I'm gonna turn the time back. Well, Zane, are you available to talk about the October harvest or the fall harvest real quick?
No, I absolutely. I love it. I'm excited about what Joy is going to do and how this opportunity came to us. We're grateful for Michael and his time and just giving you more tools. We want to create as many tools as possible. October 8th and 9th, Salt Lake City / Ogden, Utah. I guess technically not Salt Lake City. I want to make sure you get your tickets. We want to invite as many people as possible, but we do have limited seating. We've got people flying in from all over. We've got great people coming to speak to us and teach us. We're going to be going through more of this type of training on social media. You're going to get a chance to tour the facilities, including where we grow, where we extract, and where we manufacture. And so we're very excited to give you guys full access to everything that we do. I have threateningly said I'd like to even maybe put some of you to work that day, which would be really fun to have you guys help with the bottling process so you can actually see how everything's made and done from A to Z, from start to finish. That's one of the things we want you to be super proud of, is that you get a chance to come here and touch it and feel it and be a part of it. I know in the past we've had people who've named plants after themselves, which you're welcome to do, by the way. But more than anything, we want to make sure that everybody knows they're invited. It's going to be a great opportunity to get back together again. I know we haven't met in person for a while. There's going to be some great announcements, including a few new products. including maybe some new packaging. I don't want to give everything away, including we're going to go back. I'll go ahead and I guess I can announce this. We had at our last convention, we announced a cruise, and then COVID kind of threw that off. And so we're gonna make an announcement again on where our next trip is and what you can do to earn that. And of course, some of you already started earning that, and how we're not taking that away from you. If you've earned points already, that will still continue to go on. So really excited about the announcements that we're going to make in October. And in the meantime, the best thing we can do is invite more people to come and be a part of it. I think my favorite thing, again, like I said, after being in Baltimore, was just seeing the excitement that people have when they learn that, they can live healthier. I said this, I don't know that there's one like, but we're pretty close that do what they're supposed to do, and they help people live healthier. And a line I stole from Rosa, and I'm going to continue stealing, is that for all of us, we want to be healthy. There's not a single Hirsch with a luggage rack. So excited about the conference. Excited to see everybody. I know Steve is on because I've heard him talk, and I know Steve always has words of wisdom. So if I can, actually, I'd like to just follow it up with you. I know we had a good conversation this morning about kind of the weekend, and I'll let you finish this out tonight, if you will, Steve.
Well, I think the most important thing that you need to tell people is you're working on a magic trick, right, for the fall harvest show.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have ruined that, right? No, the thing that was so amazing when you shared with me this morning about the meeting in Baltimore was that more than 20 people signed up immediately after the meeting, with another 20 who wanted to sign up, and you never made a business presentation. That's the modern network marketing company, is where people get so excited about the products that of course they're going to share it with other people, whether they share it as a customer, which is unique to our compensation plan, or they decide because they can earn more instant cash back or build a team. That's how natural the flow was. There was no whiteboard out. There was no circles and squares. There was no picture of a Rolls Royce or a trip around the world. The trip was from bad health to good health, and people wanted to become a part of that. And so realizing that, following that up, and then next week, Zane's going to have another meeting, I'm saying, with a significant number of people. So the idea that it's odd tonight in some ways that we're talking about all this online marketing, and the truth is we're going down both roads. We're not abandoning one for the other. I'm saying we're not focused on one for the other. We go where the opportunity is, just the way our compensation plan attracts the kind of person, whoever you may be, depending on whether you're a customer or whether you're a part-timer or someone looking for serious income. So is all the tools that we're doing in that sense. The other thing is that I always say it's important is to hear things in context. So how important is Joy tonight? Even though Michael's on the phone, I'll talk about him like he's not here, right? If you look back at Amazon, okay, they reinvented shopping with two simple things that put them on the map. One, if you remember, they were the first company to do subscriptions, subscribe and save, and turn into a recurring income opportunity, even for Amazon, never mind for us, right? And the second thing was one-click shopping, which really was the open door to how the attention span that people have online is not like they have in person. The average person makes the decision to leave a website in 3 seconds or less. How long do they before they abandon a shopping cart? And the third element, which now Michael really owns himself, is turning, and Krista asked that question, not realizing how important it was, that you can turn the buying experience into a social experience. That's what Messenger does. It no longer makes it a transaction. It makes the buying experience a relationship, because now you don't go to check the statistic of what they purchased. You actually go check what the conversation was, what the relationship was, what the questions were, what to follow up with, and that they're in a network that allows you to communicate with them forever. So this is no longer a trigger to an email drip campaign, right? You're talking about technology that is creating a personal relationship for you with that customer in your messenger, not the company's messenger. That's what's so remarkable about this. The personalization and socialization of shopping is something that even Amazon isn't doing yet. So again, it's context. right? And that's where I'm excited about. As you know, I'm passionate about technology, not replacing people, but making people more effective. And I don't think there's any technology that's more on point in this area as it opens up to more and more social networks. So whether we're in person, whether we're online, it's all about personalization, socialization, and finding the right opportunity for the person that you meet. So a lot of exciting things happen. I can't wait for the fall. Where, as you say, we're going to have a lot of announcements. We're also going to, again, have a very different company in the next 60 days with the great momentum. A special thanks to Rosa for creating that event. She did an amazing job, and Zane, you did an amazing job as well. So look forward to giving you an update on next week's event. We'll do that. So with that, Zane, I'll just turn it back over to you to say goodbye.
Well, that sounds like a goodbye to everybody. So thanks so much for jumping on, everybody, and have a great night. Appreciate everybody, and we're excited about the future. So keep on keeping on, and we'll talk to you next Monday.
Feel free to reach out to support if you guys have any questions about the Joy app, okay? Have a great night. Thanks, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Night.
Thank you. Have a good one.